All right, y'all. What's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99 back with some breaking news. I know most of you already heard now. I was just getting in a nap and I woke up to this. But yeah, man. All right. All right. February 18th is going down. Taila Santos is taking on Caitlin. No, not Caitlin Chikagan. No. She's taking on Erin Blanchfield. That's right. February 18th, Taila Santos is taking on Erin Blanchfield for a UFC Fight Night event. Now, I knew this was a possibility. Believe me, I knew this was a possibility, but I didn't think they would really act on this one because I thought they'd say, okay, Erin Blanchfield's young, 8 spots up is kind of high, and Taila Santos right now is a very dangerous fighter, right? But with everyone else almost booked, and other fighters doing other things like Manon and Grasso possibly lined up to fight each other now, or one of them probably lined up to fight Shevchenko. This was the fight that they were looking at. Lauren Murphy's taking on Andrade and so on, right? This was the fight that they were going to be looking at. Viviane Araújo's taking on Ibas. I wanted to see Viviane Araújo and Erin Blanchfield, but they lined her up with Ibas, for whatever reason. So with everybody else booked up, they got big things lined up for both of these fighters. They got big things lined up, and they had to make this fight. They felt like they had to make this fight because right now, I think, like I said before, I think they're trying to do some power moves with some of these young, hungry fighters, the ones that, are a little bit more ballsy, like Ibas and Blanchfield. They're trying to push these type of fighters into the division, which could be dangerous, right? But they're trying to get more of these type of fighters with that type of energy, right? And right now, Santos and Blanchfield, these two, they're bringing the energy and the styles that could be trouble for the champion. Like, let's be real. These two fighters, they have the type of styles and the physical size, the strength that could bring it to Valentina, So they want to push them against each other to see who can be the winner and then go from there, right? So they want to push that. They want to push one of these type of fighters into that championship realm. And, that's a smart move on them. But still, for Blanchfield, it could have waited a little bit longer. But I'll talk about that here in a minute. So as y'all know, Santos, she's coming off the close loss to Shevchenko. She's been calling for the rematch. But, one more fight, it does fit her situation. But I didn't think this would be the fight or should have been the fight. I do agree with Valentina that, get one more fight, work your way back up in there, and then we'll see each other again, right? And then you got Blanchfield, who's 4-0 right now, and they're ready to see what she can do. At 4-0, I know her 4-0 isn't like against the most polished fighters. She beat Alpar, Miranda Maverick. That's a good win. J.J. Aldrich is a good win. And Molly McCann, this is an okay win. But, I wanted to see somebody in like the mid-rank. I wanted to see somebody in that mid part where, like a Viviane Araújo, where we could have seen her evolve again to the next step, right? So my thoughts, I think it's a bit soon. But both Blanchfield and the UFC, they think she's ready. So more respect to her. I got to give her a lot of respect because she feels like she's ready too. But at the same time, at 23, Blanchfield still has a lot to gain by taking her time. She definitely does. At 23 years old, the belt ain't going anywhere. And, you take the time to, get better as a fighter and, fight maybe one or two mid-ranked fighters, and eventually one of those could be a, title eliminator, and then go from there, right? Because there's those 3 Ds that Erin Blanchfield needs to work on. Those 3 Ds I always talk about. Yeah, she got the discipline down and the dominance, but the defense is another big part that I want to see, Erin Blanchfield really, make a strong statement in. Defense is a big part of it. So, yeah, I thought maybe one fight and then maybe like a Santos because, right now Santos, that's a big jump because Taila Santos is on a mission. Taila Santos is on a mission right now. And the thing about Taila is she's not underestimating anybody or overlooking anybody. She's looking at the champion, but she's looking through whoever's there, meaning that if you get in her way, she's going to punch through you. Because she did say, I'll fight Manon or Chikagan to get there. So she's not like looking past Erin Blanchfield right now. She's looking through her because she said, I'm going to punch through this girl and go right through her. And that's how I see it with Santos right now. That's what makes her a little bit more dangerous than Blanchfield at this point. Now, I also don't really think it comes down to what Manon and Grasso are doing because, Grasso, she already stated that she wanted another main event. And, Manon being out for surgery, she's probably going to recover and might fight Valentina. But I think it really just comes down to them trying to push some new blood in this division. Even with Ibas, they want some more fighters that want to just go straight for it. So it's not on them particularly. It partly is, I will say, but you got a lot of other fighters that already face Valentina now. So now's the time for them to try to revamp the division. So it ain't all on just 2 fighters. It's like the majority of the division. A lot of them already lost. Some don't want it, right? So it's a mixture. So I'm not going to just say it's all on them, But I personally thought, Grasso would have been a good match for Blanchfield, and Chikagan would have been a better match for Santos, as y'all know, because, hey, Grasso wasn't too high of a ranking. She's not as dangerous, and she could have, worked on some things against that type of fighter. And Chikagan would have been a good match because Santos called her out. And, again, it's a confidence builder, and that would have been a nice fight for her, right? I know the UFC wants fighters with that energy, but we need fighters with skill, too. Fighters that are ready with Valentina skill-wise. So looking at the fight, though, style-wise, I think it could be a mix of chess match and brutality here. I really do. I think the striking might be a chess match at range, but the commitment from both fighters might make it a possible banger because, Santos has the power, and Erin Blanchfield, when she lets her kicks go and her jabs go, she's a pretty powerful fighter, But on the ground is where it gets interesting. Santos, he's top-level BJJ, the strength, the wrestling, the mix in. Blanchfield, she's good at takedowns, also strong. I think she's underrated with her strength. Very much more technical, though, in my opinion, when she's on the ground. Just the way she moves, her jiu-jitsu, her submission setup, very, very technical. And that's where it could be dangerous. But I think strength-wise, Santos has the strength to really neutralize like she did against Jillian Robertson. But Erin Blanchfield is hella stronger than Jillian Robertson and Miranda Maverick. So that's where it's going to get interesting. Like, can she neutralize Santos? Can she get Santos on her back? And can she catch one of those little hiccups from Santos in there if she gets reckless? So, yeah, very interesting on the ground. Early on, I'm looking at Santos because she's bringing the strength and the power. And I think the faster hands than Blanchfield and the better stand-up than Blanchfield. So if she could fight a good stand-up fight from the outside for a little bit and then maybe cap it off on some ground if she gets taken down or she uses to take Blanchfield down, I think that, she would win even in close quarters. But Blanchfield's best chances are in close quarters because when she gets it down or she finds those little openings, she can always go for a submission in this type of fight. So, yeah, I think it's all around going to be a explosive fight at times, but you'll see some slow moments. So I call it a brutal chess match. I'm calling this fight a brutal chess match. And, I think Santos right now, she's just on another mission. And this could be a dangerous take for Erin Blanchfield, but you got to give her credit, man. Got to give her all the credit for wanting it and moving forward and believing in herself, signing a 4-fight deal and saying, hey, she ready to do this. She ready to fight the best, right? So, yeah, guys, it's going down. Let me know your thoughts. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.